They came in white and purple boleros. They asked me if I was Cookie and asked for my Aadhaar card. Upon realizing I was Cookie, they took me in the car and handed me over to women who beat me up till dawn. Then more men wearing black t-shirts and carrying weapons came in the car, tied and blindfolded me and took me to a hill at gunpoint. They molested me and beat me up in the car. They said they would rape me before killing me. I passed out as they kept beating me on the head with the butt of their gun.
Protests erupted across the nation in June last year when a video of two tribal women being paraded naked amid ethnic clashes in Manipur went viral. A year later, the rape murder of a trainee doctor in Calcutta has once again sparked nationwide anger and protests. But in Manipur, those who faced sexual violence, as in the case of Angel, are still waiting for justice. We visited Manipur to understand how the lives of the survivors and the kin of the victims has been. On May 15, 2023, nearly a fortnight after ethnic clashes erupted between the Kuki-Zo communities and the Meiteis across Manipur, 19-year-old Angel was abducted from outside an ATM at around 5 p.m. in the Meitei-dominated East Imphal area where she had been living with a friend.
When I regained consciousness, I begged them to allow me to urinate. My feet were tied, and one of them untied only my hands. I took a few steps ahead and rolled down the hill in Bishnupur and managed to reach the main road where a Pangal Muslim vegetable seller found me. He hid me among his vegetables and we managed to escape. I get flashbacks every time I see a white or purple bolero. I cannot eat solid foods. I cannot sleep without nightmares.
Angel has spent most of the past year in relief camps. She now lives in a remote rented flat in Kangpokpi, where her family cannot afford private care or mental health counseling for the survivor. Just a few kilometers away from Angel's house live the displaced parents and sisters of Flora. As mobs ravaged through Imphal on May 4, Flora and her friend Annie, both Kuki women from Kangpokpi, took refuge in the car wash in Imphal where they were employed.
The Meitei landlord of the car wash where my daughter worked assured her that they would protect her, but they didn't. When the mob came, they handed my daughter and her friend to the mob, who beat them up, raped them, and left them outside to die.
The parents claim that the police and even the CBI, which took over the investigation last year, are trying to dismiss the rape charges.
We have voice recordings of how the incident unfolded, but when we told CBI about them, they refused to admit the recordings as evidence. We don't have any further updates on how the investigations have progressed.
Just 40 kilometers away from the car wash, on the same day as the mob attack, another horror was unfolding. Two Kuki-Zo women, including one in her teens, were sexually assaulted by a mob, stripped and paraded naked. It was only after the 26-second clip went viral on social media in July last year that the world woke up to the horrors of what was happening in Manipur, bringing to light the multiple atrocities against women. Even after a year, memory of the video as well as the incident hangs heavy in Churachandpur district of Manipur. The horrific video led to interventions from the Supreme Court of India, which set up SITs and brought in the CBI to investigate the cases. While a charge sheet has been lodged in the video case, the trial is yet to take place. It also remains the only charge sheet yet filed in any of the 17 cases. The women who continue to remain in Manipur and are presently here in Churachandpur remain reclusive and out of public view. They refuse to speak to the media and they refuse to talk about their pain, even though their families are trying hard to bring them to justice. But justice in Manipur has many shades and connotations. This is the house of Thangjam Manorama in Imphal east of Manipur. It is from this very house that Manorama, who was at the time 32 years old, was kidnapped and taken by members of the Assam Rifles, allegedly on suspicions of being a member of an insurgent group 20 years ago on July 10th. The very women who had been at the forefront of protests against Manorama's rape at the time have now been accused of violence against Kuki-Zo women. The Meitei, a civil society organization of Meitei women, hitherto known as Peacekeepers of Manipur, have been named in multiple FIRs of rape and assault by Kuki-Zo women, including Angel. Former nursing student Ching Siang, who received treatment in AIIMS Delhi after being assaulted by a mob in Imphal last year, narrates being beaten by women of Meitei on account of being a Kuki.
2023 on 4th of May, the mob came to our college, and then they are searching for the cookies. They beat us like an animal. They beat us. I was hiding behind the one woman, and I was scared to go out again, and I was going out and parade in the road, and the woman shouted like, "Why do you still keep them alive? Rape them, chop them, and burn their bodies?" And after hearing that, I feel very, very hard hearing about that. She also may have daughters. She's also a woman. She's also a girl. If her daughter gets something like that, she will also feel the pain.
Meitei member Ima Ngambi, one of the 12 mothers of Manipur who protested naked in 2004 after the rape and murder of Manorama, said that the violence against Kuki women should not have happened.
We do not want to violate to the women in the war times. Here is a weapon. The women are used by the armies as a weapon, but we do not want this also. Our people, our young men are very in a violence mode. They are very angry, and they could not control themselves. So they made two cookies and some mothers, and they nakeded them. But the women of Manipur protested. The women of Manipur protested against the death incident. We never support our people. We support the naked women. We support for them, and we agitate so many agitations in hill area, in the whole of Manipur, like this by the women.
Such assurances by the Meitei have nevertheless failed to convince Kuki-Zo women, especially those living in buffer zones separating Imphal from the hills, where violence has once again escalated amid drone attacks and lynchings of former army men near Complexities region. The women's concerns have been allayed by the centre's decision to remove Assam Rifles, the same group that had once been accused of sexual violence in Manipur, from the buffer zones. In Churachandpur, tribals have been protesting for over a month against the centre's decision to move AR forces out of Churachandpur and Complexities and replacing them with the CRPF.
We don't have confidence with the CRPF. We have trust deficit. The Assam Rifle has been with us from the beginning of this ethnic violence, and they are been like helping us a lot. In Imphal Valley, we all know that the Meitei and the Korkomi, they don't want Assam Rifle to be there. So if they don't know, why don't they send those Assam Rifle from there? Why they attack us, our buffer zone? When there is a war broke out, see, man doesn't suffer much. We all know that women who are vulnerable, who are weak in our society, they are the ones who suffer, especially for the Kuki-Zo women, who are totally innocent when this ethnic classes started from last year. But we now hear protests because it's an urgent need for us that we actually doesn't want this Assam Rifle to be like shifted to other places. I don't know like if the central government is hand with the Billion government, but till today we don't get the justice. So we are waiting for that justice. Till that we are going to fight for our rights.
Their fight for justice has been hard, and they have been fighting alone. We understood that in Manipur, while public memory might be short, forgetting for the victims and the survivors has been hard and long.